In 2012, Dirty Harry was selected by the American Film Registry for the Library of Congress for being culturally, historically, and aesthetically significant. On the face of it, that seems fair enough. It's based on a real-life, unsolved crime. It sparked an open debate about police brutality, and also added another movie quote that we will perpetually get wrong. However, looking at the film now, some things haven't aged too well. Dirty Harry was released in 1971 and introduced the world to Clint Eastwood as Harry Callahan, a San Francisco detective with a no-nonsense attitude to policing. Here, he is on the hunt for the Scorpio Killer, who has plagued the city with a set of seemingly random murders. When he is eventually caught by Callahan, he has to be let go, as Callahan didn't provide him with a lawyer. Now Dirty Harry must take matters into his own hands to make sure Scorpio sees justice. Okay, let's get this out of the way. Dirty Harry is possibly the worst detective in the history of cinema. He's more a vigilante with a badge. All the way through the film, his bosses are continually going, "Oh yeah, you know, Harry, we sent him out to, you know, capture the Scorpio Killer. Yeah, that didn't go too well. What should we do now? Well, he's asking for more money, and somebody needs to deliver it. Get me Dirty Harry." In the build-up to the famous "Did I shoot 5 or 6 shots" speech, he manages to stop an armed robbery in the most dramatic way. He takes out an entire street, and he does this all while holding a sandwich. I know that the film is just trying to drive home the fact that Dirty Harry is a man who knows no bounds. He will break laws just to get results. Actually, I'd rather like a policeman who stuck by the law and got results, because I think it's quite possible. Anyway, establishing Dirty Harry as our anti-hero was a particularly smart move, and has since become one of the ultimate cop movie cliches. A number of things started in Dirty Harry. We have the killer, who's always one step ahead of the law, the shouty, incoherent police boss, and the proud, slightly stuck-up local government guy who does everything by the books and is beyond reproach. Dirty Harry produced the checklist for cop films. However, there's still a lot of other things going on in Dirty Harry to keep people interested. For one thing, it has Clint Eastwood in it. He gives a decent enough performance, and this is him establishing himself as a leading man. Originally, the role was meant to go to Frank Sinatra, and the film went through various different rewrites before eventually Clint Eastwood came on board and said, "Go back to the original script, that is what we're shooting." Alongside Clint Eastwood, we have the brilliantly disturbed performance by Andy Robinson as Scorpio. Scorpio is based on the real-life crimes of the Zodiac Killer, who plagued San Francisco during the 1960s and has subsequently never been caught. And if you want a good film based on the Zodiac Killer, then please check out David Fincher's Zodiac. Behind the camera we have Don Siegel, director of the original Invasion of the Body Snatchers, and also with Clint Eastwood, The Beguiled. Now, with a very limited budget, Don Siegel makes some interesting camera moves and framing, using lots of handheld work, which was pretty difficult at the time. It all adds to the voyeuristic quality that helps us identify with both Harry and the Scorpio Killer. Also, the cinematography by Bruce Surtees uses a lot of naturalistic lighting, which really adds character to the film, bringing out the dark underbelly of San Francisco, particularly in the nighttime scenes. The film also has an exquisite funk score by Lalo Schifrin. While it is sporadic, it certainly helps the mood. Unfortunately, where the film does drop the ball is its moral position. Whereas justice is served to Scorpio at the end, Dirty Harry just seems to get away a little bit lightly. I mean, the pair of them are both psychopaths. It's just that Dirty Harry has a badge and a legally provided gun, and they both judge people's right to live or die in the same twisted way. At the end, it's a bit ambiguous about how we're meant to feel towards Dirty Harry, and probably some of that is meant. He takes off his badge and throws it into the river, and maybe this signifies the fact that he now understands that he can no longer serve as a policeman. But this also may signify that he just doesn't want to be held bound by their morality. At the time of its release, it courted a lot of controversy, especially from the feminist movement, and at the 44th Academy Awards, people outside protested against the film with banners and placards reading, "Dirty Harry is a rotten pig." But the film was a massive success and led to 4 sequels, so all those unsightly elements could be carefully swept under the carpet. For what it's worth, Dirty Harry is still a lean, mean action thriller and stands up particularly well against its modern day copycats. However, nowadays, its politics and its morals seem incredibly dated. And for that reason, I give Dirty Harry 3 stars. Hello, thank you for watching, and please remember to subscribe and to leave a comment down below if you completely disagree with me, or if you agree with me, give me a thumbs up.